Hey guys, Johnny here from Johnny's Honest Product Reviews. So today we're doing a tree learning kit from Woodland Scenics. And this is the kit that you will get. And it has 18 deciduous and pine tree armatures, 2 colors of clump foliage, hobby tack adhesive, and instructions on how to, and there's also how-to videos as well on their website. So this is the box. This is what you get. Those are the instructions we're going to follow. And this is what you get inside the box. You get all your armatures, all different sizes, stuff like that. Here's your hobby tack glue that you get at hobby tack adhesive, especially from Woodland Scenics. And you also have 2 bags of foliage, one for conifer trees, and these ones are for medium clump foliage for shrubs, stuff like that. You can also use them for trees, but this one, the darker one's the main one for trees. But you'll see that later on. Alright, so that's our tree kit. Alright, so I've gone and set myself up here on a piece of cardboard. We want to keep this as less messy as possible, because it might get a little messy later on. So here's a good spot. I've taped down my tree there. I can always take it out of there if I need to, so I can work on it. So there it is. I've set it up on the cardboard there, and now we're gonna get into building our tree. Okay, so as per the instructions, it says bend and twist the armatures into realistic 3-dimensional shapes, as figure 1 shows. So that's just kind of, you're just kind of bending a little bit, bending the arms, just little bits, bending it so they look realistic, because once you put tack onto this, it's going to be very difficult to move these around, because your fingers are going to be all stuck with glue. And so they're showing you on figure 1 in a circular motion that you're going to be like, you're twisting it. So then that also brings you to figure 2. So it says twist pine armatures in a in a spiral fashion so branches point in different directions. So I'm twisting it like so, and they are bending other ways, so that's a good sign. I can always bend them individually later. You don't want for them to be touching or for them to be close, because then it's harder for you to get the tack onto the armatures, and you also want them to look realistic as possible. So you just want to bend them around a little bit. Like so, and pretty much that's the way you go. Maybe a little more bends. Okay, so I've bent the armatures the way that I want them. I've put it back into the stand. It is going to be easier for you to hold it in your hand, as the figure shows on figure 3 here. So now it says brush on hobby tack on branches of armatures, avoid trunk area where foliage does not grow naturally. Let dry until it's clear and tacky, approximately 15 minutes. Drying times may vary. So let's tack it up. So now we have the hobby tack here. And I'm going to pull the tree out of the stand, and I'm going to hold it in my hand just like so, and I'm going to open this up, and we don't want a lot of this on because it is very, very sticky once it starts to dry. But once it's in this state, it's okay. So as the directions state now, it says on figure 3 to brush on the hobby tack onto the branches. Avoid the trunk. So I like to put it right on top. So just like a little skim coat on top where I'm going to put the foliage. I don't want it all the way back because I'm not going to be putting the foliage all the way on. I only want it where I'm putting the foliage. So I just brush a little bit on there like that. Like so. So just put a little bit on. You don't want to put too much. A little bit goes a long way. So you just put a little bit on the top here like so. Finish it off. And so. Because you also want to make sure that when you dip it in the bag, as they state on the directions, and it's going to stick. Alright, so there we go. That's what it looks like when it's wet. And when it's dry, it will be clear and tacky. And ready to dip. Alright, so we're all dry. Now you can see that it's clear. You can't see anything, but it's super tacky right now. So we're going to go on to number 5, step 5. Dip the pine armature into the bag of conifer clump foliage. Shake excess material from the tree. Pinch foliage on branches. So this is our conifer clump foliage. Okay, so we take our tree out of the stand, and now we just put into the bag and twist into a motion. We can get some out. So you can see that we got some out. It's super, super tacky. So you can also take them and you can plant them to wherever. I can only fit the tree into the bag so far. So what we do is we just take some and we just push it on. It's okay if some falls off because I didn't shake it. And we can always just plug some in here. It does say that in the instructions as well, that you can plug it in just by taking it and pressing it onto there, like how I'm doing. It's working quite well. If it doesn't look too good in that one spot, I take it off and I move it and I go to a new spot and kind of pinch it down onto there like they say in the instructions. You want to make them look as realistic as possible. A little bit more at the top here, just like so. Maybe a little bit more. Do you want to break it up in the bag a little bit before you do put it on? Decide to put it on? Alrighty. And there we go. Back into the stand. So here's our finished tree. It says step 7, to secure foliage on branches, spray with Scenic Cement S191. And then number 8, step 8, is placed finished tree in optional base or poke a hole and plant tree on existing layout. Figure 6, it says attach with Scenic Glue S190. I'm going to show you a different method that I use, that I don't use the Scenic Cement, but that's going to be in another video. I am going to use Scenic Cement on this tree right here. I do have some, and I am going to use it and show you what happens when you do use it, and that's why I don't use it. So you're going to see in the next clip what happens when you use the Scenic Cement that they recommend that you use. So stay tuned. So I have the Scenic Cement and the Scenic Sprayer, which I had to buy separately, that does not come with this kit. So I have put the Scenic Cement, as they suggested, into the spray bottle. Now I'm going to spray it. It does get messy, so I'm glad I do have the spray bottle. So this is the S191 that I am spraying onto this, which is Scenic Cement. So you spray it on so it soaks it up, because it says that you have to soak it so it penetrates all the way down to the armature. So got it nice and wet now, with everything else around it, of course. So we're just gonna let that dry now and see your finished product. So in conclusion, the problem with this product that I have, that I've always had, and I don't use this product anymore. This is actually an old bottle, but I don't use it anymore because of this. And I don't put it on my layout before I make the tree. I like to make the tree like this, just in case, because if not, all this would have went all over my layout and would have ruined it. I would have had to fix something that I shouldn't have had to fix. And I'm going to show you a different way in the next video, how to do the tree without it falling off on you. And you don't have to buy the Scenic Cement, and it's going to be a lot cheaper. So tune in for the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified for the next video. Stay tuned.